Plaintiff Ashley Lynn says she started popping pills when she was 15 years old, and by age 17, she was shooting heroin. Ashley claims she met the defendant at a methadone clinic she attended to kick her heroin addiction, and they started dating. Ashley suing because she claims the defendant damaged her car during a fight. Defendant Tiburcio Uriarte says after he got foot surgery, he was prescribed 70 pain pills a week, and eventually he became addicted. Tiburcio claims he turned to methadone because heroin made him sick, and he's now clean and sober. Tiburcio insists Ashley told him she didn't want his money for the car damages, so he refuses to pay.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Your Honor, I met Tiburcio in the December of 2015. I met him at a methadone clinic, which I was attending to kick a heroin habit that I had adopted. I started experimenting with drugs at a young age, snorting pills by age 15, shooting heroin.
What type of pills?
Percocets. And then I would start shooting heroin by age 17.
Why did you go from Percocet to heroin?
My ex-boyfriend, who is not Tiburcio, supported my habit, so he made it very hard for me to quit.
But why did you go from Percocet to heroin? Why couldn't you just stay at Percocet?
My addiction got too bad. I was too...
Percocet wasn't enough?
Yeah, I was too emotionally distressed back then. It wasn't strong enough at the time. Yeah.
All right. So all you young cats who think that you're just gonna get high off Percocet and drink a little lean, which is the cough syrup mixture and all the other stuff that makes you nod and tired. Next step is heroin.
Yes.
So you're on your way to heroin, young people. So that's why I kept asking you that same question. Yes. What made you go to heroin? And I was waiting on you to say, as you did, that the Percocet was no longer strong enough, so you went to something else. So that's a natural progression. So parents or young people, beware. That's what happens. Or heroin is cheaper now than those pills. So to get a cheaper and deeper high, you go over to heroin. So just a cautionary tale I wanted to give, and thank you for bringing it up and being open about it. So have you sought treatment and received it? Tell me about that part before we get to the car damages.
Yes, I had 13 friends overdose and an ex-boyfriend pass away, and so I decided I didn't want to put myself in that situation anymore, and I took the step to go to the methadone clinic and get clean, and I've been sober ever since, and it feels great.
You go to NA meetings? You go to NA meetings?
Occasionally, yes.
How long have you been in recovery?
Almost 4 years.
Good. Let me hear from you. You give me some background, sir.
All right, like she had stated, we met at a methadone clinic because prior to that, I had shattered my foot and I had reconstructive surgery on it. And the ortho that I was seeing was giving me 70 pills a week. So I'd go Monday, catch a script, and then fill it again on Friday.
What type of pills?
It was Vicodin at first, Vicodin 5s. On the script, they wrote 4 to 6 daily or as needed. So
okay, that sounds like it might be every 4 hours, but they only go for about 12 days.
Yeah, and she was giving me 70 a week. After 12 days, they say you can't use this anymore, period. Yeah, and she was giving me 70 a week, and so I saw a different doctor one of the days, and then he was like, she's not supposed to be giving you these, we're going to send you to a pain center. So he filled that script, I switched over, and I guess she got fired. And then, like, the pain center just made it worse because they gave me stronger pills, and so I got more addicted to those, and then I tried heroin a couple of times, but I mean, I just kept throwing it up and I didn't like it. So then I talked to someone and they told me about methadone. And so I'm in methadone and I haven't done anything for like 2-3 years.
Go ahead, ma'am. Car damages, how does he owe you for that?
We started dating and everything was great at first, and then we just started nitpicking at each other all the time. We almost seemed to criticize each other's every moment, and We were driving to the methadone clinic. We got in an argument. He jumped out of the car. I turned back around. He jumped back in the car, which then he proceeded to sit back in the seat in like a position to where he could kick his feet up. He started kicking my windshield.
Why again? Maybe I missed something.
We got in an argument.
About what?
About rushing to the clinic.
You were driving too fast?
No, it was just
get there, hurry up, I'm sick and I need...
She was sick because she's got stomach illnesses and everything, and in the morning she wakes up sick. She's got cyclic vomiting syndrome, and that makes her throw up. Okay. So before she even doses in the morning, she gets sick. So she has these episodes in the morning, which makes her stress out a lot faster.
All right, so tell me about the damages then. He was kicking the window?
Yes, he was kicking the windshield with both his feet while punching the dashboard, screaming, "I can't do this anymore." In which I took him home across the street where I lived. My roommate took him home. By the time she got home, she convinced me to call the police, which I did. And they did come, and they chalked it up to domestic violence and damage of personal property. They chalked it up to domestic violence since we were together and a fight occurred, and I had a little black eye, which I had bumped into something myself and caused that myself.
All right. Did you all discuss whether he was going to pay for the damage?
Yes, we did. He promised to pay the
and has
full
not.
amount.
You have the damage?
I have not received the damage.
Sorry, let me hear from you on this.
Yeah, well, in the morning, started off because she was upset and everything like that. So we left the house, and she was mad because I didn't get her something to drink before we left because she was feeling really sick. So that was part of the beginning of the argument. Her upset because she didn't have something to drink, and she was feeling really sick and this and that. So we get in the car, we start driving, and then she's arguing with me because I don't help her enough in the morning to get ready when she's sick or when she's having her episodes. And so that's what had started the argument, was the episode and me not being there enough for her in the morning. And so she's arguing with me in the car and all this stuff. And like I jumped out of the car because I was like, I don't even want to deal with this. So then like she kind of drove around, picked me back up, and then we kept arguing or whatever. And yes, I admit I did break the windshield, but it was just because I was mad.
All right.
I just couldn't take it, yeah.
Why shouldn't you pay for it?
Because I offered to pay for it at first, but then she said that I didn't have to pay for it.
You'll take it now, don't want you?
That's a lie, yes.
You'll take it now, won't you?
Yes, I will.
All right, she said she'll take it. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
I think it's best we just stay civil and go our separate ways.
Yeah, same here. I'm sorry I broke the window, but I mean, it happened. It was just...
Doesn't make it okay, but I appreciate the apology, so thank you.